Hey everyone, welcome back. I had a DoorDash afternoon that I thought was worth talking about. You know, we always talk about the bad of DoorDash and everything that DoorDash stands for, and a lot of things we say about DoorDash is negative, but I had a day that I actually thought was worth talking to you about today, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Before we even get into the video though, if you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. But if you are new here, I do a lot of DoorDash content, and we always do ride-alongs, we do talking videos, some reaction videos, but you get some entertainment out of my channel, and my motto is kindness is always free. So let's get right into the DoorDash morning afternoon that I had. Like I said, I feel like we always are saying bad things about DoorDash, and while some of the stuff is warranted, it is still, and it will probably always be, my #1 app in my area unless things take a completely drastic turnaround. And you know what? We're all free to have our own opinions, but this video today is actually going to be a positive one because, you know, another thing with DoorDash is we always have our good days and we have our very fair share of bad days as well. This one actually ended up being a very good day, and typically I don't bring you guys along with me for my morning dash afternoon shift because, let's face it, they're boring. And I don't want to bore you because they're really boring. So I spare you a lot of the times, which is why a lot of my ride-alongs, you know, are nighttime deliveries. But in this case, I wish I was videoing, but I didn't. So some of the stuff you're gonna see, I did not screenshot the orders because I wasn't planning on anything spectacular happening during this particular day. So with that being said, I started my DoorDash day, and I was also multi-apping as well, but I started my DoorDash day and it was like a regular $7 order, I believe. Easy, done. I think it was like McDonald's, so easy pickup, easy drop off. I then waited for a little while. I think I did 2 Uber Eats orders in between there as well. And then I got an order, and this is where I don't have the screenshot, but it was for a local salad place, and it came up as catering bag required. So I'm like, okay, it's a, you know, large order program, cool. Go to the restaurant, and it ended up being a catering order, and it actually said, when I picked it up, that setup required. I'm like, oh, it's weird because it wasn't on the initial offer screen. No biggie. So I get it dropped off, and it ended up being $36. I'm like, I was not expecting that. Yo, I always, for some reason, expect the worst. And then sometimes you get really happily surprised like this and go, okay, well, that's not what I was expecting, but I am extremely grateful for the kindness that this customer showed. And it was to a medical place. It was like a cardiac place. And I don't know about you guys, sometimes some medical buildings, doctor's office, there are a lot of reps that pay for some of their lunches, and some of them aren't too kind to their drivers, and their payouts kind of reflect it. So I wasn't expecting anything, and then I actually got this. So I'm like, sweet. I'm like, heck yeah, DoorDash, thanks. So I literally was leaving the facility, and I was starting to head back. I didn't even get a mile into my drive back to my area, and I got another order, and it was reading catering bag required. I'm like, sweet, heck yeah, DoorDash, let's go do this. So I was looking at the map. Once again, I am sorry I don't have a screenshot. And I'm like, is it going back to the same medical building I just dropped off for? Like, I always think, what are the chances of this happening? Right? It's one thing it's a rarity to get to large order programs back to back. It's another rarity to go back to the same exact medical office that you just dropped off for. I'm like, that's so weird, but whatever. This time it was Chipotle, and it was a catering order from Chipotle, but once again, the offer screen didn't read catering order, it only said catering bag required. Now, the other one read easy catering, which then I knew that it was a catering order. This one did not. Maybe because when you always go through the Chipotle app, maybe it doesn't come in that easy catering. I don't know. It is what it is. But I wasn't gonna knock it. Picked it up. It was actually ready for me. I was like, sweet. That is so kind of Chipotle to have it ready for me. And I was 10 minutes early. Like, when does that ever happen? So I was like, thanks, Chipotle. You're making my day right there. So then I'm thinking, what are the chances of something like this back to back being a good payout? And here's the kicker. The name on the order, I'm not going to say the person's name, but it's the same name as an order that is another medical facility that's in my own zone that I never take or I unassign when I see it, because I know the customer and they never do right by the driver. Talk about unkind. Yeah, definitely. So I've learned to look at the map and know where it's at, and most likely I catch it before I even accept it and I just decline the order. But this was like the same name. I'm like, and I know she's also a rep as well. So I'm like, oh, what are the chances of the same customer delivering to this office building? And I'm like, this isn't going up. I just know it. And I'm like, whatever, it's, you know, pretty awesome. It was only 2 miles. I'm like, it's a 2-mile order. I got this. It is what it is. Dropped it off, and the funny thing is, I walked in and they're like, you're back again? How did you end up getting us twice? And they weren't even expecting this Chipotle order. They're like, someone ordered us Chipotle too? I'm like, yep, definitely a rep, but whatever. So I dropped it off. I actually set it up for them. Super nice people, out the door. And I'm like, literally, it was a $12 order. I'm like, this is just staying the $12. I know it's staying the $12. Yeah, I hit, you know, it was complete. $28.93. I'm like, holy crap. This customer is kind too. I was so wrong. It's not my customer that I'm accustomed to. This person is awesome. They can take my free kindness any day if they want to do something like this. So between the $36 and the $28, 28 and 36, what is that? Did I do the right math right? $64? $64 in 2 orders. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of awesome. Forget kind of awesome. That is awesome. So I'm like, okay, I really need to head back. And I was so happy because with those 3 orders, the smaller one and the 2 ones, I was at $71.93. I'm like, good way to start. And I'm like, okay, I have like maybe an hour before I had to get home and be home for my daughter. So with that, my DoorDash blinks again, and I look down and I'm like, what? No. So this time it was a McDonald's order it did say catering bag required. It did not say catering order. And it had 17 items. I'm like, that's a lot of items. Now, the biggest McDonald's order that I ever did on the DoorDash platform was actually for a wedding. And I do have a video about it. You can go check it out. It was 52 Happy Meals, and it was going to a wedding venue for the after party. Coolest idea ever. But I'm like, and that was a $56 payout, I remember. I don't know, we have to go back to the video, but it is what it is. So I'm thinking it's a McDonald's order, and it's coming at $11.75. You know me, I was being a pessimistic self, even though I am an extremely positive and kind person. I'm like, nope, once again, what are the chances of DoorDash sending me 3 large orders back to back to back? I'm like, this is $11.75. It's gonna stay the $11.75. But you know what? It was only going 4 miles. 4 miles, $11.75. Still worth doing the order. So I took it. I'm like, okay, after this one, I promise I'm gonna go home. So I picked up the McDonald's. Once again, McDonald's was just way too kind, and my order was ready. It was actually only 4 McDonald's bags. One was a bag just full of drinks, and then the other 3 was kind of just fit in my catering bag, so I really didn't have to worry about anything as far as keeping it warm, because it all fit. I didn't think it was all going to fit in my catering bag, but thank God it really did. So when it went to another medical place, another office, doctor's office building this time, and I'm like, okay, I'm preparing for it. No setup this time because it was just regular LP, and they were waiting for it. They came out, they grabbed it, and I was on my merry way, and it was handed to me. Well, it shocked the crap out of me because I always think negatively. Maybe that's the key, guys. Maybe we need to think negatively and then we'll get positive results. Maybe that's the lesson that I needed to learn as a DoorDash driver today. Yeah, shocked the crap out of me. $31.54. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'll be honest, I kind of was like, it literally blew my mind away that another fantastic customer of DoorDash that was so incredibly kind and treated their drivers kindly went out of their way and did a $31 order. It was a $27.79 tip. So there truly are pretty amazing people out there. So, you know, for the entire 4 orders that I did, it was $103.47. I'm like, okay, I can go home now. I can retire. I can't retire, but I can go home for the afternoon with a smile on my face. So I guess the moral of my story is, guys, time and time again, you know, and this is just free information that is out there, we have a habit, including myself, when things go bad with DoorDash or we don't like what they're doing, and believe me, I'm talking to each and every one of you. They have their faults. And with DoorDash, you have your good days and you have your bad days. Sometimes the bad days outweigh the good days. Some days the good days outweigh the bad days. It is what it is. But when you have good days like this, man, cherish them and soak them all up. Do a happy dance. Put a smile on your face. You know, be kind to others. And you know what? Some days like this, that it makes what we do worth doing, because you feel like, okay, I got this. I can always get this. I can always go get money when you have days like that, even though I know the bad days are just as always discouraging as some of the good days. But this was definitely a good day and a kind day for me with DoorDash. And you know what? Sometimes we have to just celebrate the wins when they come, and that's exactly what I did. So guys, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Let me know, have you ever had an afternoon like this? Have you ever had back to back large payouts and you're like, what the heck is going on? Heck yeah, DoorDash, keep it coming. It's almost like you don't want to stop because you don't want the money train to stop either. And you're always thinking that stuff. At least I'm always thinking that stuff. But anyway, so guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and make sure that that bell is turned on so you know when all my latest videos come out. If all of you guys are kind enough, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Guys, with that being said, always remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone. If you liked this video and want to see others like it, go ahead and check this out right here. New to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and everyone, leave me a comment.